Good evening, teacher and classmate. Today we are going to present the results of the simulator of the Sigma company.
A strategic plan. Current clients are South America, China, India, Japan, and Korea, and among others. We seek customer satisfaction in order to obtain good business results. We have developed a marketing strategy, a product, price, promotion, and distribution. On the other hand, the costs that will be taken into account are manufacturing, logistics, and sales. Next, please. Sigma income. We have been growing in the different years, as can be seen in the graph from 2020 and 2024, because we have taken corrective measures and have applied a strategy to obtain positive results, achieving positioning in the market. Next, please.
Yeah. Regarding the result obtained in the first decision, revenue amounting to 58 million were obtained with a variation of 13.4% comparing to the previous period, taking into account the market of Russia and Central Asia, where the large were obtained income for a value of 23 millions, but the project was not achieved and making the price of these products as in the other markets and the new markets that was enter revenues of about 4 millions was achieved. Next.
About first decision cost, regarding the total cost of the first decisions, these are 68,116,775. The project units were 620,860, and the unit sales were 783,530. The personal technology costs were 70,040,236, and the cost of the small employees were 3,671,510, and home automation costs were 10,890,180. Reading the sale of the all products all have extending the project's units. Next.
Income gap analysis first decision gap in Russia and the Middle East is due to the decrease in income compared to 2020. With regard to the gap in non-EU Europe, revenue decreased between 2021 by almost 20%. We can deduce that entering the European Union market was now very convenient and there was not expected income. Next, please. Spending gap analyze first decision explanation of the gaps. It is desired to invest in marketing process, thus increasing the planning expenses for this new period. Research and development expenses for new market and the technologies for decision making also increases. In general, we want to invest much more in processes and can investigate which markets we can enter. As in the case of the European Union, although there were not high incomes, certain expansion could be generated in the face of competition. Next, please.
As for the second group decision, as can be seen, the total income was 52,860,496 million. On the other hand, the current markets in this decision were Russia and Middle Asia, non-European, Union European, and the country that belongs to our new market is China. Next.
The total cost of the second decision were 32,014,004. The projected units were 621,245 and the units sold were 7,554,525. Personal technology costs were 17,130,936,936,000. Small household appliances costs were 30,534,600 and 56,534,656. Home automation costs were 9,081,000, 25,025,000. With respect to the sale of the products, all have exceeded the project's units.
Okay, in this second gap in the second decision, this gap in Russia and Middle Asia is due to the fact that it's one of the main markets where most sales and more electrical products are generated. In special in EU and Europe, more income is obtained from home information products. With respect to the European Union, we can see that is in the country where less income is obtained because it was not possible to establish correct price and quantities. Next. Okay, gas spending, second decision. Okay, in marketing, for this second decision, not much expense was generated in this area. In depreciation, this expenses is handled informally very period. In personnel, we start with minor expense that is will increase as each period progress. General expenses, in especially for I plus D, very little invested in I plus G expenses. And for the last in general, expenses are maintained proportionally each year with respect to the previous one. Okay, next.
Regarding the result obtained in the fourth decision, income amounting to 66 million was obtained with a variation of 25% compared to the previous period, taking into account the markets of Russia and Central Asia, where the high revenues for a value of 27 million exceeding the projected rate 13% and making the price of its products as in the other markets with respect to the new markets that was entered, revenues of about 4 million was achieved.
And regarding the total cost of the two decisions, these are the 34,110,715. The project's units were 751,187, and the unit sold were 894,161.8. The personal technology costs were millions 22,573. The small appliance costs were 37 millions 84,900, and home automatic costs were 10 millions 46,500. Regarding the sale of all products, I have exceeded the project units. Okay, next.
Income gap analysis per decision. Gap in India corresponds to the fact that it was a new market to which the company entered and therefore the income was not very high. Regarding the gap in Russia and Middle Asia, income decreased between 2023 by an almost minimal amount, but it is considered a negative income. We can deduce that the entry into the Indian market did not capture the income expected by the company. On the other hand, there is a slight decrease in the sale of domótica del hogar items. Next, please. Spending gap analysis per decision, explanation of the gaps. For this period, it was invested in marketing process. With respect to the previous year, better results were obtained for the different products. Research and development of new markets and technology increased. In general, I want to invest much more in marketing since the previous period did not generate good results. Since investment in this area was not the most convenient. Next, please.
For the fourth decision that was made as a group, as can be seen, the total income was 74,610,240. On the other hand, the current markets for the decision were China, Russia, and Middle Asia, non-European Union, India, and the country that belongs to our new market is Africa. Next.
With respect to the total cost of the fourth decision, these are 75,723,086. The projected units were 826,306. The units sold were 990,173. Personal technology costs were 23,819,500. Small household appliances costs were 40,135,350. Home automation costs were 11,088,166,000. With respect to sales of all the products, all have excesses the units project to this period.
Okay, income gap in the fourth decision. In this and the last decision, gap in Russia and Middle Asia is due to the fact that since the first period we have maintained in a good amount of income from the sale of products in non-EU Europe, we have increased sales compared to previous years. We respect in the European Union, we obtain an increase in sales with the small electric products. In China, we improve sales a lot because we apply market strategies that could generate better sales. Next. Okay, and in gap spending in the last decision, we can see in marketing. Our marketing expense were increased in order to obtain higher sales. In depreciation, this expense is handled uniformly every period. For personnel, the investment in personnel is increased each year compared to the previous one. For general, expenses are based on process that investigate which markets we can enter. And for the last, in I plus D, very little is invest in I plus G expenses. Next.
In conclusion, the company has managed to improve its financial situation, which at first was negative to poor decision making regarding the acquisition of short and long-term financing, which thanks to the increase in price, the optimization of expenses, and the efforts in training in the different areas, the company managed to expand to a total of 6 countries, achieving sustainable benefits in the long term.
Oh, okay. We must keep in mind the use of the resources for decision making. That is, we must maintain greater competitiveness in the market against potential rivals by having a contingency plan for the future rival. Likewise, these resources should also be used to obtain marketing plan which will help us to keep loyal customers and not only for having a quality product. It's recommended that the company focus its efforts on strengthening its brand value in the countries where it's already established in order to be able to increase the price of the small household appliance without losing customer and achieve greater profits in the future.
Investing in organizational capabilities allows the company to be more efficient in the different tasks it must perform. Giving priority to some areas will allow the company to optimize cost and increase the benefits it can obtain. As a company, we must focus the resources we have in the implementation of a better quality for our products and take advantage of the fact that these products are sold in larger quantities. As a company, we have learned that by implementing good strategies from the beginning and focusing on the products that have had the best impact on the market are the ones that have to invest more, either in production quantity or to increase their value in new markets. Thanks.